So we're on the third morning of our stay here in Michigan. We're on our way to Jackson, and we got a bit of an escort. This is what our trunk looks like, at least I heard. We've packed pretty much everything in here that we have. This is Richard. He's family with Jody and Co. He's helping us, and here are the kids, if they can wind down their window. So these are the two kids. We've already got some fans, building up a fan base. They're going to hop on the Facebook page and invite all their friends, right?
Yes.
So introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Aan Arbour, and I'm Allison. Hello.
Cool. Alrighty.
Okay, try to close that trunk now.
Yeah,
we got food for Matrix. We're good.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we got a lot of food. You know what? We spent that $30 and we got a week's worth of food. You know what I mean? So
and I've got hard drive space for the red.
Yes.
I've got the faceplate. I've got the sound. I've got the tripod for both cameras.
Then I want to be able to say, look what Michigan has to offer. It's an amazing website, and look what we have to offer you. Come to Michigan, because that's pretty much what I did for you. Is it not?
It is exactly what you did.
Thank you. So, because I'm still feeling the pain from that conversation, I have since then done a little bit more research.
Yeah, if you're understanding what I'm asking you, forget the conversation with Corky.
Okay.
What I'm trying to understand from a U.S. citizen, what makes you an accredited taxpayer versus an unaccredited taxpayer?
Back in the day, we just called those people wealthy. We didn't know that they were accredited. But I do understand, because of the tax code being as difficult as it is in the United States, they need an easy system so that you can be classified, so that you can, and this is what you do, you check a box on the IRS form, and then if you check that box, and you know what the meaning of that box is, if you get audited, you will be the one that will have to explain that you meet the criteria of that checked box. So
Which is how much money you earn.
Right.
We're in a car that has a few issues in it. One is that my window doesn't open, and the other is that Matrix's door doesn't open. So I can't. He's got to film for me, and I've got to get out and let him out every time I want to. If we want to do something.
But I don't mind being serviced as well. So.
Cool. So we're in Aan Arbour at the moment, and there's the houses that are in the main street are pretty snazzy. Obviously, we're not going to be able to use them on a logistical way because the rooms are being rented, so the house is most likely full of tenants. But certainly on establishing Aan Arbour as the town for the film, in other words, for Elizabeth, the psychologist, and the town in which they stay, would not be bad because it's got a kind of claustrophobic, haunting feel to it. And that's exactly what we want, and I like the feel of the town. So we're just going to take a look around and take some photos of the houses.
These are a little bit nicer houses. What I'm looking for personally is the ease of availability. I'm telling you, if you pick up in that Aan Arbour area, we're going to have difficulty. This is possible to get, access.
Is there any supernatural elements that happen in this area? Ghost activity, that there's kind of a myth going around? No? Okay.
No, my wife just thinks she loses things in the house, and she
urban legend of some sort.
Yeah. Oh, she thinks there's goblins that take her things.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay.
Oh, we might interview her.
We got the borrowers right here. Okay, cool. So this is one of the houses that we've seen, and what I like about it is it's quite isolated, even though we can see the neighbors in the distance, which is what I envisage in the film. And what I also like is that there are forests nearby, so for the dialogue sequences that would work pretty well. What I especially like is that there's a cellar outside, because in the one scene where there's a fire in the cellar, Hannah is spotted in the cellar, but when the kids get out of the cellar after the fire, Hannah, there's no report of any woman, which means that Josh, Hannah's husband, would have pulled her out the back end of the cellar, which would be that door there. So I like the field. I'm worried that it might not be big enough, but we're going to take a look inside.
See, he's got to worry about camera, where you
Yeah,
have to have
it's a
camera,
big crew,
and we would be
so
living with you for about a week, just so you know.
Oh, the more the merrier.
I love
the
you.
party. I'm having actually.
This is the inside of the house. We're looking at maybe using this as an inside, but obviously the exterior is not right. So obviously, after almost getting attacked by a dog,
this ferocious one.
Where's the staircase?
Well, my kids think this house has ghosts, but
Right. Okay.
I've only seen one, so I don't really know.
Oh yeah, tell us the story. Tell the camera the story.
I was sleeping one night and woke up dead out of a sleep, and there was a figure standing there in my bedroom with like sparkly lights.
No ways.
And just outlined like that. And I said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" You know, I said, and that was it. It didn't speak to me or do anything. It just was standing,
Good
staring
Lord.
at me.
In this house?
In this house, in my bedroom.
And
Yeah.
do you have any idea who it could have been?
No,
Or-
no,
Wow.
no.
That is incredible.
Yeah,
And
it was
how
really
did you feel?
neat.
Did you feel safe? Or
Oh,
did
I
you
was,
feel-
yeah.
Okay.
Whoever, if there are ghosts,
Yeah.
my kids always say there are, but
Yeah.
if they are, they're nice guys.
Ah.
That's
They're
what
no-
our movie's about.
There are no scary people.
That's what
scary
we
things
say.
in this house.
So the reason I don't like this place is that the staircase is very small. We're looking for kind of a grand, as she said, a grand staircase, and this would be too small to try and film this, light it. It would just take us too long. We need a lot of space. So this is why this is a.
funding.
Oh, it's too fancy.
I'm gonna grab this door over here.
Okay. So nobody's staying at the moment.
Oh well, it's part of the business. So.
Okay. Okay.
Very nice.
It's nice. It's too nice, but you know, if depending on how they feel, maybe we can make it untidy and then just get it back to its original state. I don't know. It's hard, but I mean, I like the space. There's enough space here to.
Yeah, that's the only stairway. You know, I mean.
Could I go up?
Sure.
Yeah. Great. My shoes clean.
Oh, don't worry. I think it's probably just snow.
Okay. Well,
What is your first name? Maria.
It's the right
Maria,
passage. 'Cause
Jody,
the-
Maria, to meet you.
in the film, the passage, the staircase goes up and it splits into two, so it's the right passage. But yeah, it's not long enough. It needs to be like a long passage. No, this is not it. It's not it.
And they having a cup of tea on that bench. Well,
It needs to be a wider passage, like double that, and then the passage needs to be longer because there's a dialogue sequence that happens. So I need this is too short a space for the dialogue sequence to happen while they're walking down the passage. So that means we're looking for a bigger house, right? So on looking for houses today, we came across this dilapidated place which is falling apart, and I'm pretty sure that the owners will allow us to burn it down. So I'm going to take you inside and show you what it looks like. So the fact that half the house has fallen down inside would be a good pickup point for after the house starts burning and the house starts collapsing. We could cut to this kind of shot where this is already on fire and the thing's kind of falling behind. So obviously the house being so unstable as it is, we'd have to shoot the actors on a separate plate with a blue screen, and then this literally pieces of the house just falling behind them. So this is certainly for, if we don't use it as far as live action, it'll certainly be a good house to burn down for background plates. Great. So we found the spot. This is where we're going to do production. Whether the house looks like a shack or a Victorian or whatever it's going to look like doesn't matter, because this is where we're going to film the film.
It's a nice little setup.
You'll want to.
Oh, okay.
In Michigan, you have to have 5 acres to be a lake, and we're about that short of 5 acres. So it's called a pond, and so we call it the Blue Lagoon.
Ryan, here is your broccoli and fish.
So just tell us, you're now making your place available for the Parricidal Effect, right?
We are making it available to you guys, our new best friends.
Brilliant. So we've spent the whole day looking for locations, and Jody and her mom Joanne have been so kind to join us, but we haven't really had a time to introduce Jody. So Jody, tell us about yourself. Tell us why you are so passionate about helping the Parricidal Effect.
Well, I wanted to make my own movies because I'm a film student from Madonna University, and I went to the Outcome, which was the AFMs in LA, and that's when I met Ryan. And he actually asked a question that was very intriguing, so I jumped up and I didn't care about the panel. I wanted to go talk to him because he was a man of action. He had sent out an email that he was at the AFMs the following year, and I sent him an email, hey, it's your friend, do you remember me? And he did. And he said he had success with Lord of Exile, and so now he was going to do his next project. And I said, well, don't forget about Michigan. And he's here. So I'm excited. We're hoping to be successful here in our state of Michigan.
Right, so it just turns out that Jody had the spot available, and it just so happens to be in the area that suits the film because of the topography and the foliage that I like, and the house styles are ideal, but we just haven't quite found that house yet, but we're going to find it. Cool.
Okay, tea bags
Awesome.
are where?
Oh, you want some rooibos?